My son's father died from an accidental overdose of fentanyl, Molly, Vicodin, and God, there was a whole list. And I say accidentally in air quotes because it was really convenient how it happened. My son's father, like towards the end especially, would use anything in his power to make me feel incredibly guilty for keeping my son away from that situation, even though it was clearly a very toxic, dangerous situation. I literally keep a binder that's like it's one of those gigantic binders. Just of all our communication, all of the charges, everything, just in case one day when my son is older, if he ever asks, what went down, he has the ability to see for himself. Well, I was able to obtain a lawyer when I met my husband. My husband was so fantastic during this time. He was working his ass off. He got me a really good lawyer. And my lawyer advised me to, do all communication through like written avenues, you know what I mean? Which is really, pretty standard, good advice. So eventually, like after a little while of being together and everything, my husband and we ended up getting married. And my son's father found out about this, I guess, a little late, like maybe like a week later, and he was not happy. And I don't think it was a situation where like he still, like had feelings or anything like that. I think it was that he viewed me and Roman as property. And that property was being taken over by someone that he viewed as a threat, and he didn't like that. So, of course, I got tons of texts about, like me getting married and everything. And then he started, like, blowing up my phone, calling me and calling me. And I refused to answer because my lawyer told me not to. I believe it was that exact night. That night. It was either that night or the next day, but I think it was that night. He died. Overdosed. Obviously, a medical examiner knows more than me, but I find it very convenient that when I didn't respond through various avenues and engage in whatever he was trying to initiate, he immediately offed himself very close to my wedding so that I could always remember that. And for a while it worked. For a while I always wondered, I wonder what he would have said to me if I picked up that phone. But the truth is, I know. I would have just gotten belittled, degraded, yelled at, called names, the whole nine. Sometimes when people die, we tend to look at stuff with rose colored glasses, and I'm finally taking those off and seeing reality for what it is. I think he did it as a last fuck you. But my son's safe now, I'm safe now, my husband's safe, so who really got fucked?